What's going on, people? Welcome back to Blues Fans TV. Welcome to your official player ratings for Chelsea 4, Everton 0. Both Merseyside clubs came down to Stamford Bridge in 1 week and got smashed. This was a brilliant result. It's been a great week to watch the club. Let's go straight into the lineup. Kepa. Who's going to start on Kepa? It was a good performance from him today, but he didn't really have much to do, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was an impressive performance. I mean, he kept a clean sheet. Obviously, there were a couple of areas where he did have big saves to make, like 1 or 2. But yeah, no, I think he's been very decent. And, you know, especially coming back from a long time out, it's definitely good to see 2 clean sheets in a row, especially against the Merseyside clubs. Hopefully, that carries on against other clubs as well. But yeah, I think I'll give an 8.5 for that.
8.5, all right, calm. Let's go to Azpilicueta. And say, didn't really have much to do, but I think he was a lot better off on the right-hand side going forward.
Well, right back's always been his natural position. That's what he originally bought him as. Got put to left back, put centre back, left back, right back, wherever it was. But he made the interceptions when he needed to. It's not like he didn't do much; it's that he didn't have much to do because Richarlison was about as quiet as the away fans. Dave, 7.5.
All right, Rudiger. Now, I think for most of the defence, they didn't really have much to do today, but I think Rudiger had a good performance as well.
I think actually he did very well. I mean, first off, obviously the first few minutes were a little bit shaky, but then afterwards, the second half was amazing. Like, I mean, it came out of nowhere because obviously we've seen Rudiger be very shaky throughout the season, and then suddenly he puts on a really good performance today. So I'd say, yeah, I go with an 8.5 again.
8.5 again. All right, cool. Let's go to Kurt Zouma now. I think out of the 2 defenders, I think he was the more rash out of the pair. I don't think he had a bad game, but just thought he was a little bit rash at some cases.
He put them off. He scared them. His presence, wasn't liked by them. And having played for Everton already, on loan, he knows sort of their style. But absolutely smashed it. Had Richarlison in his pocket. Had that Arsenal reject Walcott in his pocket.
Doesn't take much.
I mean, his highlights playing for Arsenal, so unlucky.
Nah.
Just made the right moves. Probably the best defender, I'd say, on the pitch. So I'm going to give him 8.5.
8.5 again. Now, Marcos Alonso. I think he came into his own a bit more in the second half. First half, though, I will admit he was a little bit sloppy. Probably the worst player out the first half. But I will still say that was a good performance all round by the team.
I have to say, I mean, we saw Marcos Alonso being his old self back again, not tracking back, not really doing well defensively at times. Obviously,
this doesn't work for him at left back. I'll give him credit. He had a good game against Liverpool at left back, but today, I don't know, he just struggled a bit more. He just struggled coming up and down that left-hand side and still keeping in position.
Obviously, he did well last game, but this game, I just don't think he did that well. I think he's more or less like a 6.5. Yeah, pretty average.
Okay, cool. 6.5 for Alonso. Billy Gilmore. Bruv, this guy. This guy, man. Ben, you do it.
Oh, Cadley. He's taken a massive step in his side. He's doing really well. He is, again, like as you said, for Chelsea as a whole, bossing Scouts clubs twice in a row. Gilmore's done it as well. He just gets better and better every game. I thought Liverpool, that's the best I've seen Billy Gilmore. Yeah, I was about to run. But yeah, I think again, just Liverpool, Billy Gilmore, I thought this is him at his best and his quality. And then I saw him better today. Even though he wasn't directly involved in anything, he was taking the ball forward. He just created so much opportunity. 8.
8. 8. Okay. 8. 8. Yeah. Oh.
I agree with that because, to be honest, once we switched to the centre mid position, he wasn't exactly as good as he was in the DM. So yeah, I agree with the 8 that Ben gave.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You guys doing the player ends. I'm gonna leave it at that. Ross Barkley. What's possessed this guy in the last 2 games? This has been a different Barkley.
Of course, you'd make me do Barkley, wouldn't you?
This was an accident, but it's a good thing.
Man of the match. Definitely man of the match. He 2 assists. Didn't look like he was putting a foot wrong, and when he did, he traced back. He wanted to play today. He's just I don't know what's going on, like, because I've been so against Barkley, as I think every single person who watches this channel knows. But this is a different Barkley. Like, I think we've got, two modes. You've got Scouse Lampard, and he just turns into something amazing. And then you've got Ross Barkley, who I want out the club. But I don't know what it is. I think, does he want to be in next season? Is he just trying to, like, play to get a move? Just what, Barkley had the 9.5. Man of the match, great performance. Really didn't put much feet wrong for me.
All right, let's move on to Mason Mount. It felt like the old Mason Mount today. Like, his technique improved a lot. His pressing was just as good as it usually is, and he had a lot of impact today.
You know what's the most disappointing for Mason Mount? He came off injured. And that, to me, reinforces the fact that we're going to have another struggle in midfield, another player injured. Look, credit to Mason Mount for the goal, obviously the passes and the options he created. But the fact that he's injured, I don't know. That doesn't look good to me. That really doesn't look good.
Injury FC up the Chelsea.
Look, again, credit to him. So I think because of the goal and obviously the passes he made, I'm going to give him a 9.
9, okay, cool. Let's move into the attack now. Pedro, now, good performance from today, workhorse as per usual. Really good link up for the first goal as well, and I think it was one of his better performances this season.
And the second. That's a Barcelona Pedro. That's a Pedro everyone was, saying was one of the most underrated players. That's probably the same Pedro that done United in the Champions League final for Barcelona at Wembley. It was good. It was good to see him today. I think he's trying to go out on a high. Because I think age is catching up with him. He's only probably capable to do one majorly good game like every week, month or so, and then I think it just catches up with him in the later games. So Pedro, great link up for the first goal, as you said. Great finish for the second, just to take it in his stride. But I think probably the only winger I've seen put in the defensive shift in. Obviously, well, in retrospect, you had the more playing forward, but Pedro was tracking back, and I think there was a clean chance Everton had to put the ball in the box, and Pedro made the run back, intercepted it, and he probably saved us 8 goals. He did scored 1 as well. 9.
9, right. Willian, I thought bit slow in the first half, but then he popped up with a goal and an assist in the second half.
I mean, honestly, this is what you get with Willian. You never know what's going to happen. And he was just brilliant in the second half. The first half, I think it was just trying to understand the opposition's weakness. Where can he exploit the weakness? And he just did in the second half because he knew exactly how to hit them. And so, and so because of that, well, we've just seen an absolute amazing performance in the second half from him. But the rating, though, I think because of the first half, you're going to have to give him an 8.5. Just based on that. If it was just the second half performance throughout the whole 90 minutes, it would have been a 9.5. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go with that. Now, Olivier Giroud. The reason why Pedro and Willian, I'm saying this, the reason why they have such a high rating in this game is because of Olivier Giroud. And Olivier Giroud's putting chances on the plate. And the one thing about today is that we took our chances. This is exactly what we could do if we do take our chances.
Absolutely. You need to be in the right positions. You need to be, physical. And who better than, well, probably the specialist at it, Giroud. He's got, this guy is just immense because players are now starting to know that he's probably going to start for Chelsea a lot. They still can't do it. Van Dijk struggled with him. And that's just Van Dijk that's been bodying strikers for practically all season. He had a genuine struggle on Tuesday against Giroud. It was very 50-50. And today, Giroud's just been really, really physical with, Keane and the other one. Good to see him get a goal as well. He puts in that effort that, where I think it's gutting not to see him score. You think he should be rewarded for his play, and today he did. Physical, knocked the ball on, defended as well. Great clearing headers, great attacking headers. 9.
9. All right, let's go into the substitutes now. Reese James. Now, he was put in midfield today, and I don't think he had a bad performance. I don't think he had a bad
I don't
performance.
think he had a bad performance, but I don't think he had a good performance either. It's basically, but the thing is that I think the moment he was put in, we already were easing in with the wins, and you felt like Everton were easing off. You didn't really need to defend much, so he didn't have much to do. Because of that, I'm gonna have to give it 6.5.
Substitute, and they usually
Yeah.
get lower ratings. Tino Anjorin, guy is rapid, and I will say, did the basics right. He had that shot in the first half where I think he just wanted to have a hit for the sake of it. Second half, my bad. But after that, he relaxed, he calmed himself down, he just kept the ball rolling, and he just did the right movements.
I mean, you can't complain this shot. You're 4-0 up. You might as well go for the glory. I mean,
Hell of a debut if you put that in.
Literally, I just could not think what I would do if that happened. I'd be like, start him. But yeah, the pace. I didn't know Usain Bolt was a footballer. You know, I didn't realise he was a specialist in football. Literally, I think when we all saw it when Pickford went to collect the ball, you know, from his goal to the edge of the 6-yard line. And by that time, you know, he just ran down the wing, literally with that absolutely rapidness, and almost got the ball off Pickford. He was unlucky, you know, he got bullied off the ball a bit by Pickford. But he done really, really well. So credit to Anjorin, you know. I want to see more of him this season, you know, maybe in some of the lower Premier League games, you know, in situations like this when Chelsea have just dominated the game. And yeah, obviously he didn't get full games, so I can't really give him a high rating. I think I'll give him the best of the scenario, which is 7.
All right, last sub, Armando Broja. Now, he didn't really have much time to do
You can't really put a
anything.
rating
Yeah.
because it's not applicable. He didn't have much time. Yeah, I mean, you can't really give a rating. It's not enough time to really make an impact.
Yeah, didn't really have much time to do
maybe
anything. Yeah, we'll go 6.
Because, you know,
6 or just
didn't have a
nothing,
chance to do
really.
anything really good,
Yeah.
didn't have a chance to do anything really bad.
Frank Lampard. Let's go last one. Frank Lampard. What are your thoughts on him today?
10. Got it spot on. Had Everton bullied off the ball from the start of the whistle. Kept the clean sheet. Kept, you know, the right play. Because this isn't a bad Everton. This was a very, very strong Everton. You know
what I
probably an 11. This is like a Carlo Ancelotti Everton as well. And you would have known coming here, Carlo would have really wanted that win. So he would have put extra steps in place. Lampard stuck to his guns. He
Defensive positioning was
yeah.
really good. That same 6-3-1 formation that we went back to against Liverpool,
Yeah.
went back into it again today. One sec, it's raining. Continue.
But yeah, like it was one of those performances, you know. You could tell Chelsea were going to win comfortably, and I didn't feel under threat at all. It was like the 5-0 with Conte. Obviously, bearing in mind that Conte's was a lot more possession dominant, but you know, Richarlison didn't turn up. Our defence handled Richarlison. Calvert-Lewin, you know, he had a chance, and even he was scared, and he didn't convert that. I didn't see anything good from Everton today, and I think that's because Chelsea had them pinpointed to every bit of their strength. So I'm going to give credit to Lampard and the management team. They could not have put a foot wrong, and when it's perfect, you can't give anything but a 10.
Right, well, guys, it's your player ratings for Chelsea 4, Everton 0. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with any of the ratings that we've done down in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out Ben on his socials. Don't forget to check out Alex on his socials as well. We'll leave the link to that down in the description below as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Blues Fans TV. We are this close to 100k. I've said that for ages, but we are dragging on this route. We need every subscriber we can get. So if you guys haven't already, please press that subscribe button. Check out my personal channel, Carefree Lewis G, and we'll see you very, very soon. Up the Chelsea.